Hey everyone, in this lesson we will study the output in MATLAB. Just a little background, until now we have been seeing that when we perform operations and calculate results in MATLAB without specifying the name of the variable, for instance, a plus 4, when we press enter and we press this command, we see that the result is stored in a variable named answer. So if we again, instead of 4, we sum 5, we press again enter, now the answer variable is modified. We can also name the variable with the assignment operator, right? This is something that we've been working in the previous lesson. Now, in MATLAB, it is possible to suppress the output using a semicolon at the end of a command. For instance, here we have the command x equals to 5 plus 1. As we see, the result is 6, so we see in the output that x gets the value of 6. On the other hand, if we use the semicolon at the end of the command, we see that the output is no longer shown. Something important to know is that when you use a semicolon at the end, the command will continue to execute after pressing enter. The only thing is that it's not going to be showing. However, you can see that in the workspace, the variable x will get the value of 6. For instance, as we can see here, in the command window, if we just press x equals to 5 plus 1, and we do not put any semicolon, and we press the enter key, we see that the output is displayed in the command line. And in the workspace, x gets a value of 6. Now, imagine that we do use a semicolon at the end, and we now just say y equals to 3 multiplied with 2, or for instance, multiplied with 8, like so. So we now use a semicolon at the end. Let's press the enter key and see what happens. So as we see, the output is no longer displayed, however, it is indeed executed. This command has been executed. What is the proof? Well, just check the workspace. In the workspace, we have the variable y set to the value of 24. Here we have a very simple and brief workout. We just need to introduce k and set to the value of 9 minus 3 with a semicolon at the end. So k is 9 minus 3. We press enter and we see that k in here has the value of 6. The result does not appear in the command line, but we can see the value in the workspace window. Pretty simple, right? Very well, let's now take a look at one useful detail when working in MATLAB and writing commands. In MATLAB, you can recover previous commands that you've written before by pressing the up arrow key on your keyboard. For instance, let's just enter the variable m and set it to be 2 multiplied with 5, and then let's just press the up arrow key to have the same command again, and edit this command to be m equal to 2 multiplied with key a. So let's just set m equal to, in this case, 2 multiplied with 5. We press the enter key, like so, and then we press the up arrow key. And as we see, we have here a list of all the commands that we've written before. Which command we shall use now for this example? Well, the last one. So we just choose this. We have here m equal to 2 multiplied with 5. And instead of executing, we just change, instead of executing again, we change this to be 2 multiplied with k. So now k has the value of 6. So when we do this operation, we see that the result, instead of 10, is going to be 12. We press enter, and we see that m now has the value of 12. In MATLAB, when we enter just the name of an existing variable, on the command line, MATLAB returns the current value of that variable. Now, imagine that we compute the variable y in function of m. So we just say that y is m minus 7, for instance, right? So we just press enter. As we see, since m is 12, y gets the value of 12 minus 7, which is 5, right? Now, what if we update the value of m? So we just say m equals to, instead of 12, let's just say 3 multiplied with 6, which is, as we see, 18. Now, has the variable y been modified? Well, it has not. It keeps having the same value of 5, okay? We can see it in the workspace, and we can also just write y and see it has the value of 5 as before. Now, why didn't the value of y changed? Well, the value of y did not change because in MATLAB we do not rerun previous commands in the command window. So if we want to recalculate y after changing the value of m, we again have to write a new command. Let this command be m divided by 2, or any other command that we have written, m minus 7. Okay, so we have to rewrite again the same command, m is equal to m, or in this case y equals to m divided by 2, or just minus 7. So now y has the value of 11. Very, very important. In MATLAB, we don't ever rerun previous commands. We just run the commands that we are entering in that moment. Now, these techniques of displaying the actual value of a given variable, recovering previous commands with the up arrow key, or using a semicolon to skip displaying the result, all these techniques are very important techniques when working in MATLAB. Consider the semicolon case, for instance. There will be many times that instead of having a simple code, we will have a very big and extensive code or algorithm that in the middle of the program we perform certain operations, and the display of their results are not important. Some auxiliary variables, or when we are working with loops, computing the operation and the same operation over and over again and displaying this in the output is not smart and practical. So we need to omit these displays with the semicolon. With this, we finish the output in MATLAB lesson.